Hello guys, and welcome back to a brand new video, and we are back on ACC and we have got another quick race done via SimGrid, and this is quite an exciting one. We'll be racing at Silverstone today, and yeah, there was a lot of drama on this race, so we're gonna go straight into it. We're gonna skip the practice session as well. Obviously there's not too much to watch when it comes to practice, and we're just gonna line ourselves up on the grid and get ready for a rolling start, and yeah, let the scenes unfold, because the beginning of the race is always quite chaotic. So here we go, engines fired up, we are off the line, and we are getting ready for our rolling start, and we just gotta wait for the lights to go green as everyone jostles to find their position on the grid and get back in sync. And just bear in mind, keep an eye out for that Porsche that's right in front of me with the white, blue and red on their car. That will come for later in the video. But here we go, we are getting ready for green lights and we are out, and we already have to slam on the brakes a little bit because there's a bunch of cars that stop us in our track. So we go around the outside and get up quite a few positions, and then we bump this Ferrari driver here a little bit. Luckily no one's been taken off from that contact there, neither of us drivers. So slowly heading through Maggotts and Beckett's, but that Ferrari driver's, I don't know, maybe he thinks he's playing F1, probably overestimated the amount of downforce, and he's just gone absolutely mental going round the outside and through Maggotts and Beckett's on the grass. And then another driver goes off and then takes out another driver there. Then we've got another Mustang that we're now in the slipstream of. I don't know why he's got his indicator on. Typical Mustang driver doing the wrong things. I'm surprised he's not spun out yet, but he seems to be going quite slowly. We're side by side going through this corner here, and then he's for some reason bottoms out of the car, and that causes him to slow down, and I just ended up tickling his backside. That sounds a bit weird, but yeah, it tickled his backside and sent him off into a spin, which was unintentional, of course. But yeah, we're already about halfway through the lap, and we are up into 7th position after starting somewhere around the back. I didn't actually check, but yeah, it's a pretty good start. Now we're going through the village section, I believe it's called, and getting towards the Brooklands and Luffield, and we're going side by side with another driver now as two cars go off. But one of those cars in the red tries to come back on the track, and he just overshoots it here in this corner and takes off this BMW driver, which allows me to gain back that position from the driver who overtook me, which is great news, because yeah, I kind of anticipated that happening, so I just held myself back on that corner there to allow myself to get that switchback move, because I could just see that driver was quite desperate to get back on the track and stop losing his positions. I'm sure he felt like he had a pretty good start and wanted to, you know, make up for that mistake or whatever happened with that other driver on that corner. But yeah, that is the first lap, and it's already looking like a pretty strong start. Best start I've ever had to any ACC online race. We're already up into 5th. Oh, it says 6th now for some reason, or is it 5th? Okay, it's 5th. And yeah, now we've got Mr. Buckland over here, who's gone a little bit wide at the exit of Cops, which is turn 1 for this layout that we're driving, and it seems like he's struggling a lot on the corners, as we've got another driver in a Mclaren going off at Beckett's there. So we both managed to dodge that driver and come out unscathed, but Buckland here, as I was saying before, was struggling on the corner. Seems like he's got some issues with his setup, probably. Maybe his tire temperatures are not up to the right temperature window, or something to do with suspension, geometry, I don't know. His setup doesn't seem to be too helpful, because he's very slow in the corners. He seems to be doing okay in the slow corners, which is actually my bogey, the bogey part of my race. I struggle a lot with this part of the track, which you'll see later. But Buckland here, he's losing a lot of time. We're catching up to him, but as we're battling him, the guy behind us, which is the Porsche driver I told you guys to look out for earlier at the start of the race, is slowly catching up to us, and he's right behind us now, and Buckland is just holding us up, but he overshoots at this corner just like many other drivers, and we now inherit the place, and we are up into podium position. We are up into 3rd now from around 15th or 16th, basically at the back of the field. to up into the podium positions, and now we're skipping ahead towards the end of lap 2, and you can see this driver on the Porsche. I can't say or pronounce his name, it's quite a long name, but yeah, he's really caught up, and we have a pretty intense battle between ourselves here. So you'll notice that through Cops and Maggers and Beckett's, I managed to keep him behind. I get a pretty good exit, a lot of speed and momentum being carried through those corners. As you can see in the virtual rear view mirror on the car, he's a lot further back now, but then you'll see coming out after the straight and the turn after Maggers and Beckett's, he closes up a lot, especially in the Vale chicane, which you'll see now. So heavy into the braking zone here, slowly trail braking. We take too much curb, which really unsettles and slows down the car, and we get a little bit of oversteer as well, trying to get the power down to make up for that mistake. But yeah, you can see this Porsche driver is right behind us again, really pressuring us. But the good thing about this was that, you know, he was pushing me a lot to get towards the other car that was in second place, and we were slowly catching up to him. So it was a pretty good battle, but yeah, a lot of pressure. I was really trying my best to keep on to this podium position, and this section here was also pretty strong for me. The exit of this turn was quite good. I felt like I was getting a pretty good exit and a pretty good drive, a clean drive out of the corner, which meant that he couldn't really stay that close to me unless I made a mistake. But yeah, there you go, a bit of foreshadowing, I guess you could say. But yeah, he's back again. It's just constant back and forth. He closes the gap, and then I extend the gap, closes it down again, and then I extend it again. But yeah, let's just wait and see what happens, because yeah, going into the Vale chicane again, he's not as close as he was the previous lap, but this is where you'll see he does get very, very close to us, very dangerously close, and I was quite worried actually when he tried to overtake right here. I believe he closes the... oh no, not this lap. It's the following lap. I think yeah, we make a huge mistake here. We go too deep into this corner here, which allows him to catch up to us. And now we're side by side going to this corner, but I cover off fairly well. So yeah, then I get a fairly good exit, which I mentioned before I'm pretty good at doing. But obviously he's a lot closer now, so I cover that inside line, making sure he doesn't try to do any fancy overtakes or any dive bombs down into this Brooklands and Lovefield section. And we managed to hold him off momentarily, and you'll see that the gap may open a little bit again, but yeah, he's right behind our gearbox, almost sniffing the heat and the fumes coming from the backside of our car with his car. And let's see what can we do through Cop's corner. Yeah, we've gained a lot of time through Cop's corner. I don't know why, for some reason he struggles a lot with that corner, but it's good for me. But yeah, again, look, going into Vale chicane, it's the bogey part of the track for me. He closes the gap down again massively, almost rear-ending me, as you can see in the rear view virtual mirror. But this is what I was talking about, coming up to this corner now, down the Hamilton straight. I believe this is called the Hamilton straight now. He gets very, very close to us, carries a lot of momentum through these high-speed corners, and then he takes us off. He takes us off on the final lap. After being third for so long, and after gaining so many positions, hoping to get my driver rating up on the sim grid and the quick races, all hope was gone. My car was damaged heavily. There was no way I could salvage anything from that race, which I soon realized after I parked it right in the middle of the track. But yeah, this is the driver here. We're on board with him now, getting third position. In my opinion, very undeserving, because that was just way too optimistic. I think because it was the last lap, he just got too eager, maybe too opportunistic as well, which meant that he just shot it down the inside of me, going through high-speed corners, which was just a terrible idea. I could just see that he was carrying way too much overspeed, and yeah, unfortunately he took us off. I'm surprised he even did that move, to be honest. It's a real shame, because it was a pretty good battle up until that point. I was really mad after the race. He apologised after the race, but you know, it was a bitter pill to swallow. But anyways, that's the end of the video, guys. That is probably my best race yet on ACC, but unfortunately it ended on a sour note. If you do enjoy these types of videos, be sure to subscribe, leave a like, and I'll be uploading even more content like this. And yeah, check out my car. This is the Mclaren 720S GT3 Evo that I'm driving with my own custom livery and paint job. But yeah, subscribe, like, and watch out for more videos. Catch you guys in the next one. Goodbye.